Hey guys, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's review and after show of Teen Mom 2. We're here, we're going to talk about the whole episode, Season 10, Episode 3, Direct Message. I'm Mackenzie Fain, and I have a lovely guest with me today. Stick with us.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
All right, lots to talk about. I'm your host, Mackenzie Fain. Thank you so much for sticking with us. I promise I'm not sick this week, and I'm not going to be rubbing my nose all over the place. If you guys watched last week, that was so embarrassing. But, you know, when you got the sniffles, you got the sniffles. I mean, am I right, people? Okay, so I have in the house
Mama Lee,
Mama Fain. What's up with you? Can you tell me your thoughts on the whole show? Like, overall, your whole thoughts.
Oh, I thought it was really great. I thought we got a lot of information, a lot of new things happen, people coming in, unexpectedly, information that I just didn't know. So it was really a good show. That's about it.
That's all you got? That's all you got. Okay. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to, like, sum it all up because...
Yeah. I don't want to tell anything at this point.
Before we get into it.
Exactly.
It's like you could be like, well, this... Yeah, no, I get it. So the show is called Direct Message. What do you think about the title?
Well, it was the biggest part of the show.
Why do I always blank on this? Like, what?
Wouldn't you think it's about, like, the DM?
Oh, duh. See,
Okay.
I always do that. Like, I feel like every time it takes me a while to connect because I'm like, Leah, no. Chelsea.
Really?
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, when I'm watching it and I knew that what the title was already, it just clicked.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just slow, apparently.
Right.
Okay, so let's hop right on into Leah. And her whole drama. So, I mean, hers wasn't even that crazy, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't last season, so it's not much surprise to us that this episode wasn't much for her. So Addie, well, I mean, it's very important. Addie has swollen glands, and it could be cancer and swollen lymph nodes, and so she has this appointment, which she's super nervous about, and she was really cute about it, and sad and scared and everything, but they did a really good job, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, didn't we know the results from the tell-all, or am I just imagining things?
Knew remember when she went to the doctor because she couldn't breathe and her lymph nodes were super swollen and all of that. We found out she had mono.
Right.
What we found out on this season was that her lymph nodes were still swollen.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, okay, she got over mono. She tested negative for mono, and now it's still swollen. So they didn't know. But then we find out that it's just still a symptom of her having mono, and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So that was really good. Yes. So then she goes to hang out with Jeremy afterwards. I mean, they're just so doing it. It's so funny. I really like them. I think that would be so cool for them to just get back together. Slowly.
Oh, I know.
Right?
Yeah. They are fun together. And even after, like she said, when the producer had asked, are you guys single? And then they both said, yeah, we're single. And then they said, well, and then Leah says, well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
That could be what we're saying. But I had a couple of things like, what did I write down? When Addie was in her chair and they were driving, little things like this I noticed, being a parent and all, you know, that Addie's car seat wasn't buckled. I mean, I don't know when she unbuckled it, but I knew at the end when Leah was still driving, like in the parking lot, her seatbelt was off.
Oh.
Yeah, I did notice that. And I felt bad that she was really scared, and you know,
yeah,
it was a cute little scene, you know, because kids do that, you know, are scared, and so I mean, yeah, it's not the biggest storyline for her at this point, but I like to try to drag it out and give her a little bit of something.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it was cute that Allie was like, I do doctor stuff all the time, and that was really nice that she kind of gave her some help as a big sister, I should say. All right, well, let's move on to Brianna, who's her birthday and John's 1 year anniversary is coming up. So she has this FaceTime call with him, and it's like, we should go somewhere. So they decide to go to DR. And, then in another scene, she's driving and she pulls over and has one of the producers come in and shows them this screenshot of a screenshot somebody sent to her in her DMs. So it's John's Instagram name and this girl, and they have this conversation, and she kind of just says, you can't just bail on me because, after getting me pregnant, F that, we both know the real reason that you're with her, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes on and says, F you, that baby ain't shit to me. You were just a piece of ass. Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, what? Then John denies everything. I mean, what do you think of all that?
So we heard this last season at the end. I remember talking about this. And nothing came of it. I didn't hear any more of it. So I assume he's telling the truth at this point, because the girl that wrote it,
deactivated her account. Why would you? Yeah, if you were literally somebody that's having his baby,
right, there would be way more of it,
because keep thinking about it. She could get on the show just like Lauren did, and another reason that I don't think it is, just because of how bad could her luck possibly be that all three of her baby daddies, or all three of her boyfriends, cheat on her while somebody is pregnant. Like last time it was her with let's say Stella.
Right.
I was like, her luck cannot be that
sure
bad.
It can.
that's
it does
really
with
bad.
Kale, so why not her?
That's true.
It's just...
So they go to dinner, and I don't know, he just didn't seem very
She
nervous.
goes all the way to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I get it. I get the fact that she wants to go and probably see his face as she's telling him, or, and asking him and see how he is. I was really taken aback by him wearing his hood the whole time.
I know.
Why do these things bother me?
No, I thought the same exact thing. I get it if you're
shady. You look shady if you're not.
Yeah. It's also have some respect. And I do get the reason why she went there. And she said it. She's like, this wouldn't have been the same if we made up while I was there. I would have had to see you. I would have had to
Yeah, I totally agree.
They need some time after. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think he's not shady, but I don't really believe that, because there's no way that girl would have deleted her account.
Right. I was also wondering, why are they still long distance after so long, after a year? That's a long relationship.
It is, but there's no give on her end. So I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, but she has kids and family. And
no, I know, but
daddies.
I don't know what he has going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It can't be that good.
Wow.
Yeah. Although New York and Florida, I don't know. I would personally never want to live in Florida. It does not attract me in the slightest. So.
Yeah, and they're not together now in real life.
No,
right?
they broke up.
Right.
Yeah.
Over summer.
So stay tuned, or go listen to the Teen Mom news that we are going to have up and running. We're going to have a bunch of news on the Teen Mom celebrities from OG and everything. So make sure you guys tune into that. I'll give a little scoop on the up-to-date version of that. So let's move on to Chelsea. What do you think of her and the kids this episode, I mean?
Oh, I don't know. I thought they were great. It was their first day of summer. And it's always good seeing Aubrey anyway, She's got a little cute personality, and doing the little chairs with the ice cream.
I know.
You know, you kids didn't do that. Well, I've never did it with you, I guess, you know. What about Aubrey's dad?
Well, okay, so let's...
Okay, good. You go.
I just want to get your, like, overall thoughts on the whole kids and everything. So
Cute. They're all cute.
So Aubrey, it's her last day of school. Chelsea takes them to go get ice cream. So Adam is still going to the school lunches. Mm-hmm. Now that school's over, she doesn't really know what's going to happen. But Aubrey still goes to Adam's parents once a month, which I really don't get why she still does that, just because she's had so many issues with the parents. So I don't...
Because it's important that she has a relationship. You know, they love her, and you can't take that away just because.
Just because she's breaking the law, true.
Well, all right.
But yeah, like you said, Aubrey's dad comes to the softball game, which was nice to see. I mean, you can't crap on that.
No, but shouldn't there be some kind of a heads up? Like, there's no communication, right, between them?
No.
I just loved how, like, well, Aubrey was super excited and ran over there and stuff, and Chelsea was very uncomfortable. But when they got in the car and she was talking to Aubrey about it, she doesn't show it, you know? And she's like, oh, did you feel happy? That's good. I'm glad he came. So many moments with her that I see, like, when Chelsea's girlfriend came over and they were talking, she sends Aubrey away. Yeah. Always.
Brianna does not do that with Nova.
And neither does Kale, I noticed in this episode.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But this, she just is always, I've seen it so many times with her.
She's such a great mom. Mm-hmm. She's so aware, yeah.
And how cute was she when she was like, I love you, kids. Do you love me? And no one says anything. And she goes, do you love me? It's like so serious, like, do you? So cute.
This is the one chance you get to tell me, or that's it. I don't think it.
Exactly. So cute.
So cute.
Yeah, she's good.
So Jade has a lot of problems. It's just so awful. Watching, and I mean, if you followed her through the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant series that's going to be starting October 22nd, in a month or so, she always has had these issues with him, and they're just really hard to, like, pinpoint. I just think it's immaturity. I don't know, but anyway, she's still fighting with Sean. They had just moved into this new rental house, and it's been 3 days, and they're literally just fighting. I don't know. She goes to lunch with her friend. She gets overwhelmed when the friend tries to give her advice because she doesn't understand, which I totally get. I mean, it's hard for somebody to step all over and kind of tell you what to do when they don't know what kind of situation you're in. I was very shocked that she smoked cigarettes, that's for sure. I just didn't think she would do that, but yeah, so anyway, Sean and her decided they need a timeout and take time.
It sounded
apart.
like he needed a timeout.
It sounded like they both did, but he said she should leave.
It's just so weird. And whose decision was it that the baby stay with him?
I don't know. It was
blown away by that.
So weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So weird. Yeah, so Chloe's staying with him
for a few days.
It's just really, really odd. Like, also, why can't you... It just is so immature to me. The whole thing's immature. Why can't one of you sleep on the couch and you guys talk about it? Or, you know what, I'm going to go in the guest room. I'm going to sleep in Chloe's room and we're going to go to counseling. And, let's just give each other space. I'm going to try and go work out when you're home with Chloe. And then when you go to work, I'll be home. Like...
Yeah, exactly.
Like an adult relationship would do when you have a house and a baby. Like,
right.
Nobody needs to leave.
You don't send the baby's mama away for a couple of days. Like, I don't get it at all. It's
really bizarre.
Yes, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's like in the beginning, he was like yelling at her. And I mean, I know we don't know what happened or the fight or anything like that, but
she sounded clueless. She's like, what did I do? She was asking him, what did I do? I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. I just don't want to talk. You don't listen.
Yeah, what don't I listen to about that I don't want to talk to you?
Yeah, that's what she said. She goes, what do I not listen? He goes, that I don't want to talk to you. Like,
so
how does this get us anywhere?
Right, and then she tells her friend that when a friend asks, what could it be? She says, maybe he just didn't want to get up that way. Get up. He didn't want to wake up yet. That's how he wakes up? Anyway? Oh, yelling at you?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
It was so ridiculous. And then so this is probably ignorant of me, but I have never seen a daycare in a mall shopping center.
Me either.
Right. And like, I work with little kids, so that scared the crap out of me, seeing that door right out into a public area like that.
Yeah.
I had a few things. Like, I mean, she has a lot going on, but I don't know. Then, she had to drop the baby off, and he's like, why not? Why can't you hang out with her for the day or whatever, however he was saying it, but...
Why do you need to use the daycare today? Like, she needed money for the daycare, so they must do like a one-day thing.
Drop off, yeah.
Or maybe it was just an extra day.
Maybe.
Like, she's supposed to have her on Tuesdays.
I don't want to get down on her for dropping her baby off at daycare because she was totally stressed.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been good to have the baby around her. But I was a little bit cautious about the daycare being where it was. But that could happen anywhere, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they must have, like, certifications.
Oh, sure.
It was really, really odd, though. I thought the same thing.
Me too.
And then there was, like... So she hands the baby to a lady sitting on, like, a chair. It doesn't look very happy. And then there's a lady, like, in a jacket, just, like, chilling, like... Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. And I was like...
Oh.
No one's excited to see this baby, first of all.
I don't know, but that place definitely needs security cameras going on, like, at all times. That's how I felt about it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel bad for her, though. Jade.
I know, I did feel so bad. She's in such a situation, and he's not going to the rehab center, and that's just bad. Maybe that has to do with what's going on with him, but she doesn't know it yet, and she's gonna catch it. I don't know. But speaking of bad relationships, we move on to Kale because she talks about being the common denominator in 3 of her relationships.
Good for her for knowing it.
Which is so true. I was gonna say, no, not many people would own up to the fact that.
Come on, you failed 3 relationships. You have to start looking in the mirror at that point.
Yeah.
It can't be everybody else.
No. I mean,
but good for her.
Her and Joe were young, and Joe...
cheated on her, right?
No.
No.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
So Joe and her were really young, and she's a very hard, strong person, and I think back then she didn't know how to reel it in, so I think any relationship she was going to be in wasn't going to work. Mm-hmm. Whether it was her soulmate, her lobster, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So I think that, and I also think, like, Joe it's not a surprise to everybody. He's not the biggest, like, motivated person. V has a problem, like, he doesn't really even have a job. Like, he just started buying houses, I guess. Like, he was getting, it was just, like, he's not a very motivated person. So okay. I think, with Javi.
And she cheated on him, right?
Yeah. She cheated on him, but I also think, like, still, she had a lot of issues. I don't think she really ever, like, loved him, if I'm going to be honest. But, I mean, I'm not in the relationship, so I guess I can't really say that. But, yeah, I don't know. Now that we know everything about Javi, that we do know that, it just kind of shows true to his character.
Right.
So, and then Chris, like, I don't know. Maybe she's looking for the wrong guy.
Definitely.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely things she could work on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they're at the hibachi table, and I guess Lincoln had asked her when she's going to get married because he doesn't want her to be lonely, and she has this whole conversation in front of them, and But, I mean, it does kind of go with side by side with the same kind of thing she was saying about the vacation. Like, she feels bad that she has to do it alone, and it's not that she can't do it alone. It's just they're not having the best time that they could because she has to do it alone.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. Bring a friend, bring a babysitter, bring a nanny. You don't need to have a guy to come on a trip to help you out. But I was taken by surprise, and that's what I was talking about in the beginning when I was stumbling because I didn't want to say too much, was I was surprised that the kids were like, marry Chris, and we like him, and how much they liked him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
I had no idea. But, I mean, it did say something for, we don't see him on there, but it says something for who he is. You know, kids are really good at that, and they're not going to just like him, so he has to be good to them.
But at the same time, just to, like, you know, go back at that, it's like, she also mentioned how he's really never been around. So the little that he has been, he's probably been fun and playful and, you know, and this is Lux's dad and he's fun and whatever. Like, the little time that he's around, he's not really like all right, yeah, everybody, we're going to come eat dinner and we're going to talk about Isaac's day at school. Like, yeah, I think it's more of like a big, huge friend.
Right.
That has the energy for 45 minutes every couple of days to come play soccer.
But then they were saying, oh, and he likes to lay in bed and
play Fortnite.
Those boys are adorable.
Yeah, they are.
So cute. Growing up, and they're just too cute.
Yeah, they really are. And Isaac with his little, Lincoln with his little speech impediment.
It's so cute, though.
It's getting better, but it's sad because I love it. No, I mean, that is true too. I mean, this guy, like Chris, I'm sorry. As much as you don't want to show your face, first of all, we know what you look like. Second of all, we know everything about you pretty much. Like, so like you be.
But I wonder why. Like, what's behind that?
Maybe he's not somebody that likes to be in the spotlight. I mean, we have this whole thing with him not wanting Lux to shoot anymore. Because he doesn't want him to be recognized.
Yeah.
But okay, so we'll get to that because he doesn't want Lux to shoot anymore. And she says, okay, so that he comes to get the baby and the big boys want to stay with him, but we'll get to that whole thing. But she says that she understands and she wants to, like, you know, be okay with that. He's the other parent. And so but she's like, I'm not going to change or, like, tell him when we're shooting then. When I'm shooting, like, I'm not going to tell him, so that's fine. But another thing is, like, what she should say to him is, like, first of all, they already know what he looks like, and he has very prominent features. And it's not like she's going to stop posting pictures of her children.
Right.
So we're going to see him growing up.
Well, that, and also she said she's gonna still have him on. So the few times that he doesn't want him on versus the time she's gonna have him on makes zero sense.
I wonder what it's like now that he knows she said that on camera.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder, like, the legality to all that. It's her kid, it's his kid too. I mean,
he can fight that.
But why? But, like, how? How could he win that? How could you side with one over the other? I don't know.
So, if he starts now and he says, you know, goes to court and gets it, that Lux can't be on the show at all, and the mom can't post, and that's what he wants, you know what I mean? As he grows up, Lux grows up, gets a haircut or whatever, he's going to change his look. And we may not know.
But he's still going to be with Kale, and we're going to know what he looks like.
True.
And I just think, like, also, she's a very big, like, family picture. She loves doing the family pictures of the boys. Like, how can you tell a mom that she can't share that?
I don't know.
We'll see, I guess. But, yeah, so, I mean, another thing, too, with the whole how they love Chris, so they want to go with him when he comes to pick up Lux. I hate how they call him the baby. It makes me want to call him the baby. I almost said the baby. They pick up Lux. what's his middle name? Lux? Russell. They were calling him Russell for the longest time. I was like, just call him Lux.
Yeah, I like Lux better.
I know, it's so cute. So they come to pick him up, and he was like, I don't have enough room in my car, so I'm just going to stay here. So she was going to go take Lincoln to get the passport picture, and he had like a full-blown meltdown. Mm-hmm. Like, he did not want to leave. Mm-hmm. So she's like, all right, we're going to be really quick. We're going to be really quick. We're going to be really quick. Okay, fine. Mm-hmm. We're going to stay.
She had to.
Yeah.
He really wanted to stay.
And it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
So they end up going later and getting it done, and that was that. Mm-hmm. All right, so what are your predictions for next week?
Well, I saw what's going to happen, although...
All right, well, do you want me to tell you what's on the next
Sure,
time?
yeah.
All right, next time on, the producers show Kale a picture of Lauren and Javi, how they got engaged, and Kale goes with her little peace sign, for those of you who are listening at home. Good luck. He's been cheating on you since you were pregnant. Which must kill Lauren to hear and watch, because it happened. And we all know it. Mm-hmm. John and Brianna go on this DR trip, and she brings up a ring and a house and kids and the next step kind of stuff. And they're not even living together. Like, I think moving in would be your next step. You don't even know. Like, you don't even know what it's like to spend more than 3 weeks with this person.
Exactly.
2 weeks, probably.
Right.
Like,
anybody could be on their best behavior,
For that, yeah. I'm leaving in a couple days, god damn. Like,
Right. I can get out of this.
Yeah. So what are your predictions?
Well, you didn't even talk about Jade?
That cut off for me.
Oh. So all I heard in the background is something, okay, not gonna say this verbatim, but picking that drug hoe over me. He's been doing this, so it sounds like he's been cheating on her with some drug addict.
Oh my gosh, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And that would be awful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, so what are your predictions?
Oh, I still gotta do that.
I thought I got away with it.
I predict that Jade and Sean have a huge fight. No, I really don't.
What a great prediction.
I don't know. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so much to happen right now. We're gonna see Brianna.
I know it's hard to like predict the show because also like you kind of know things that played out.
Yeah.
I predict that we see a little bit more of the Jeremy and Leah thing.
You do?
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, I would want to.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for sitting along, listening to all this Teen Mom blabber or great information, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys so much. We'll be here next week to talk about episode 4 of Teen Mom 2. Hopefully there'll definitely be a lot of drama. We just saw that. We just talked about that. So stay with us. You can find me on Instagram at Mackenzie Fain. Where can we find you, Mama Lee?
At Lee Fain on Instagram.
We're getting there.
Took a while.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.